Hello Xer Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is all about connecting to a database in Visual Studio 2021. Before we continue to our main topic, I would like to thank all my viewers and subscribers for their support. This is the sample database that I have created. This is the server name of MySQL server. The name of the table is product. And this is the sample data of the table that I have inserted. This is the form that we have created in the last video and inserted some toolbox here, but we will not focus on here. We will focus on how we connect our form to a database. Let's click connect to a database tab, the database connection. Let's set up our connection. A data source is what we are using SQL. You can change as you want. This is the available data source. We are using Microsoft SQL Server, so we will choose Microsoft SQL Server. The server name is the server name of our SQL, so this is my SQL server name. After setting it up, now we can easily find the list of our created database. Now let's connect it to the form. First, we create a class. We have meme spaces child form. We have created a class named as connection manager. We initialize string type variable name as connection query is equal to connection string of the database. You can find this by just clicking the connected database property and copy it. We initialize SQL connection as Connecticut. Then we created a method. Void open connection database table. Inside of it, we called con is equals to new SQL connection of the connection query. Then open the connection by open method. This method is for accessing the database call at the very beginning to open the database connection. Void close connection database table. Inside of it is to close the connection by close method. This method is to close the connection of the database that we opened. Void execute query with a parameter of string query. We initialize SQL command as cmd is equals to new SQL command with a parameter of query and connection. Then execute non-query of command. Execute a queries method is for whenever you want to execute a query, like an insert, update or delete query, then simply call this function using the object of a class and pass your query to the function. SQL data reader with a parameter of string query. Inside of it, we initialize SQL command as cmd is equals to new SQL command with a parameter of query and connection. Then SQL data reader as drive equals cmd.executeReader. Then return drive, so the function of this method is to read the data from table rows. If still questionable for you this code, then try to search it for you to understand it more. Object show data and grid view with a parameter of string query. Inside of it, we initialize SQL data adapter as drive is equals to new SQL data adapter with a parameter of query and connection string query. Then dataset as ds is equals new dataset. Then drive will fill the dataset. Object is .is equals to ds table with 0 base index dataset. Then return data So the function of this code is to select from SQL and fill the dataset. This is the sample output of data that has been connected and filled the grid view. In the next video we'll show how we populate the data and how to use these methods. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel.